I went to go see Solo by myself. That was the first time I ever went to the movies by myself. Then I went again this time. There was this old guy behind me that you could tell, like, he was probably 28 or something when the first Star Wars came out. I was laughing at the exact same things that he was laughing at that were like inside jokes for people who knew. And both of us were just there alone. It was super cool,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is.
No lie, though. Best part of that was right when the lights dimmed and it was like... I'm not even going to lie. Tears building up in my eyes. I was like, this is what I liked when I was 4, and it's coming out right now, and I'm here by myself. I care about this so much that I came here by myself.
It's like it stuck with me that so long. The impact.
Yeah, overall, I would say it's kind of like very obviously Disney's doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and the visuals have never been better.
Yeah.
Astounding.
Sure.
Astounding, absolutely. The grittiness is missing, though. In The Mandalorian, they got it right. But in the movie, they did not. You know?
The grittiness as in, like,
it's too much of, like, a feel-good
too
story.
Polished. Like, too Disney, where the good guys always...
Yep.
There is a little bit of tension with, like, what's his name? The dude that turns good.
Like, they used to cut people's fucking hands off and arms all the time.
Yeah.
It was gritty. Luke had to sleep in a goddamn tauntaun.
Yeah.
He just ripped open the guts.
That is true. It is Disney. It is done by Disney now.
Yeah, but I mean, Mandalorian, as I said, they're doing the grit for that.
Yeah, I like Mandalorian. I want to see more of that one. That one's cool.
Me too.
Because it's so many. That one's so many options. Because he just goes on these different missions, so it can always be something different. There doesn't have to be one continued plot line. But I liked what they did. I actually cried once or twice watching them. I think because I was a little bit stoned when I watched them both. But the part where...
They're all sentimental.
What's her name? Yeah. The one... What's it? Oh, I'm forgetting the names. What's the main girl's name?
Rey,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she goes to Luke's island, when she's like ready to give up, she doesn't want to do the like fight Darth Sidious or whatever.
Yeah.
And she goes there and like burns her ship and throws her lightsaber in, and Luke's ghost comes out and is like, "Oh, you should treat a Jedi's weapon better than that." And it's like, "What's bothering you? What's wrong? Why are you here?" She's like, "Oh, you stayed here. Like, I don't trust myself. Like, I think I'm going to lock myself here too, like you did." And he's like, "I was an idiot. I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah,
and then he was like, "Da-da-da, what's your biggest thing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm afraid. I know what to do, but I'm afraid to do it." And he's like, "It's
that
the
line
destiny."
was from something, by the way. I know what I need to do, but I'm just afraid that I have to do it or something like that.
Yeah.
When she said that, I knew that was from some other movie. I haven't figured it out.
It is one of those kind of lines that just sounds like it's like been around kind of.
I know it was in another movie though. Wait,
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Kylo Ren says that when he's killing Han Solo. He's like, "I know what I have to do. I'm just afraid of like what I have to do or something like that." And then he kills him.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Finally figured it out.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
there's
crazy.
a lot of kind of like hidden stuff, but at the same time, the old movies were so quotable. These, no quotes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that may be the biggest quote.
Right.
And none of us even connected that, right?
Yeah. That quote is like, and then Luke goes, "The destiny of every Jedi is to like face their fear," basically.
Yep.
And I was like, started tearing off a little bit.
Yep.
That was the quote of that movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
there was
was
actually
like,
another one from
I'm pretty
Leia
sure
had a good quote.
in this one was "What is dead may never die." Ironborn.
They made Sidious nasty looking in this one.
That was sick though.
Yeah.
Right? So wait, let's think about it. First Star Wars comes out, the main quote of that is like, "The Force." Everyone's like, "Yes, the Force."
Yeah.
Then the fucking Empire Strikes Back comes out, and then he's like, "No, I am your father."
Your father, yep.
That
That
is the
one was
most
so big.
quotable. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
But I couldn't name more than 5 reachable quotes from the Disney franchise, you know?
Yeah. It's true.
That's the one thing that they've screwed up on besides the grittiness. They need more like very quotable things, which is hard to do, but they did it in the prequels especially. Like the prequels were even more quotable throughout. Like the ones that were in the originals, very quotable, but only 1 or 2. In the
Yeah, I
prequels,
like
like, oh,
too.
hello there.
Yeah, and how they
Like,
did like
memeable,
the
too, you know?
because it was new stuff too. Like the droids were new and stuff, and like their
Right.
whole thing that was all like
Roger, Roger.
C-3PO. Yeah. But
What do
they're
you
milking
think?
it. I like they're bringing Star Wars back to new generation. Let them discover the old ones too.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
hyped for the Kenobi series.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that's coming
yeah.
out. Is that like another Mandalorian kind of thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. I
Oh,
like those
yeah.
series. I think Disney can do those better, like
Yeah.
this series, because I like those cartoon ones they did back a little bit. Clone
Clone
Wars
Wars.
too. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, too, for the Mandalorian? They don't use green screens. They made this
Oh.
room that's a screen in a circle around them. So the actors can see and, like, point to something, and it's all in camera.
Oh.
So they create these virtual worlds, and as they're filming, even there's someone sitting right at a computer. They're like, "Oh, we need to move this rock or make it bigger or something." They just drag the corner of it, and it's bigger.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
everything you see in that, like, you know, the scene where they're over in the desert next to all those rocks on the speeders. That's the scene they show and like how they're explaining to do it, and they're literally just taking these rocks and like putting them places as the actors are sitting there or like standing and acting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that it's so much better too because especially in the prequels where the actor was trying to act to something that wasn't there, you could tell, you
Yeah.
know? But this time if the actor can look at something and points, "Oh, it's right there," and actually look at it, you know? Apparently even to stand right in the middle of the circle, it looks real, you know? It's almost like VR but on a screen.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Do they do any of that tiny world stuff? I forget what
What's that?
movies do that, but they build like I don't know if
Oh,
it's a
the
big city.
miniatures.
Yeah, the miniatures.
Yeah.
Do they do that? What movie does that?
That's-
There's like one that does
the
Game of
in-
Thrones do that or
all
like Lord
of-
of the Rings?
All of the original Star Wars and a lot of the prequels too, believe it or not. You know the scene in Clone Wars where they're stuck on the pillars and the monsters come out? Everyone's cheering. That was real.
Oh yeah.
That entire Coliseum was real and like
Wow.
pretty large. It was
Wow,
the size of like 2 beds probably.
that's cool.
All the people that were inside were real as well.
That's
there were all these
cool.
little things that would push it up and down.
Wow.
Yeah, George Lucas was obsessed with miniatures.
Yeah, miniatures are cool.
Then even in Lord of the Rings, when they bust down that wall into Mordor, that's a miniature too. But they slow it down whenever there's an explosion for a miniature because that's what makes it look big.
Huh.
Yeah. But
Neat.
the original Star Wars really pushed the limit for blue screen technology, especially
Yeah.
because they had all of these little things that they would put into the frame. That means they had to pass it like each time for those, but there was a sub process for each. So you'd have to film it with everything else excluded and then add that in on top, you know? So like instead of now we can put the backgrounds and then put something else in front of it and it won't block there, they had to put those in first and then fill in the backgrounds. So you had to do all of these different processes for it. So the scene that took up the most passes was one where it's literally like a second and a half where someone shoots down a TIE fighter and it crashes into an asteroid and creates another explosion. There was something like 450 passes needed for that single shot.
Wow.
And it lasted a second and a half or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah. They really put a lot into movies.